do. Hey. What's up, Rich? How we doing? I guess I'm just gonna have to
Yeah,
sit.
you know.
I guess I'm gonna just have to sit way down here tonight. My camera's all messed up. The thing broke. The thing that keeps it rotated broke.
Hmm. That's not good.
No, but anyway, what's going on?
Oh man, it's Wednesday, man. We got
Yeah,
into all kinds of stuff on open mic night last night. We missed you, of course, but
you didn't miss
yeah, we had
me.
a nice, well, had a nice little crew. We got into a whole lot of a bunch of everything, from franchise tags in the NFL to World Baseball Classic to um, just all kind of media stuff, like the streaming. Is there too much streaming out there and all that kind of deal? And I thought we had a really nice show last night. So
I'll have to
yeah,
catch
we had
up on
me and
that one.
Rav, and
I did not see it. Rav was there. Cool, cool,
me and Rav and Jeremy, and then Dylan came in at the end. Um,
nice,
yeah, so it turned out pretty good, pretty solid show.
good, good.
Uh, that's every Tuesday night, folks. We get a bunch of us together and have a little powwow about the topics of the day. So, but yeah, man. World Baseball Classic getting ready to get started,
What's up,
and
Yinzer?
there's going to be. I think we're going to see a lot of good baseball, but we're going to miss some too, simply because this insurance thing is crazy.
What
That
happened?
a lot of the players aren't getting in because their insurance they're not able to get insurance for playing in the tournament.
Really?
Yeah. Um,
It's
because it's something, and this whole thing started because of oh shoot, Edwin Diaz. When he tore his ACL.
I was going to say Sidney Crosby too.
Well, yeah, but excuse me.
Oh, you're good.
The insurance is a mandatory. It costs a ton. Specialized policy brokered by the National Financial Partners for all 40-man roster players, covering 100% of a Major League Baseball player's salary if they're injured during the tournament. It protects the clubs, but they've tightened the restrictions on a lot of this.
Oh,
So, like, if a player, they evaluate the players, often denying coverage to those with high risk injuries. So, if someone has spent a lot of time on the DL, or if they've had recent surgery, or if they've got a chronic issue, they won't insure them.
pre-existing injury.
Right. And if they're over 37, um, the coverage is prorated. So, but I mean, there's some big names that are going to miss out on this thing. I know Francisco Lindor's not playing. Um, if I remember correctly, Jose Altuve's not playing. I found the list. Carlos Correa, Jose Altuve, Francisco Lindor, Jose Alvarado, Mike Trout, and Javier Baez are all missing this thing because of insurance type stuff. So, I mean, it hurts a lot of teams. That's two big names off of Puerto Rico's team, though. Really, they're two shortstops, Carlos Correa and Francisco Lindor.
You figure
And
they
then
had
you also
enough
lose
money to.
Javi Baez.
You figure they
So,
would have enough money to cover insurance.
well, But the insurance companies, these are guys that the insurance companies said no, they're not going to insure them. It's not the fact that the players didn't have enough to pay for it. The insurance companies aren't insuring them because they're too high of a risk or they've had a past condition.
Oh, well, I'm sure you saw it over an hour ago. How would you like to be playing for Team Italy and learning you're going to have to relocate?
Well,
In case you just missed it, the Pirates traded Nicholas for Tyler Callahan, and I don't know what they're going to do with this guy, but apparently they think he must be better than Connor Griffin.
I don't know what the deal is with that. I mean, I think we would be okay without Griffin. I still say that for the first month of the season. There's a purpose for that happening. We talked about it last week.
After seeing this trade, I would just go to my agent and tell him you want traded.
Who, Griffin?
Yeah, why not?
Why?
Well, they just made a trade instead of putting him on the roster for an infield utility guy.
Okay. For those of you that missed this last week, I explained this to Adam. They're
I
going
get it.
to more than like.
I get it, but he should be up.
Okay, he will be. So Skeens should have been up too, but they kept him down there for a month. They brought him up, and he still wins Rookie of the Year and comes in second on the Cy Young. Okay, so Griffin comes up, wins Rookie of the Year after he comes up May 1st.
I don't know.
It's not anything to lose sleep over, man. I promise.
Still feel it's the best option we have there. That's short.
Possibly. Here's the only thing I can ask you. Of the 3 home runs that he's hit so far in spring training, how many of them have been off of guys that are going to be on a major league roster day one?
Well, probably none. I don't know.
That would be 0.
I haven't really. I just know he's still hitting home runs off people.
I understand, but he's hitting them off of guys that are minor league guys. Trust me, they're going. I would bet anything on it. They're going to do that exact thing they did with Skeens, and it'll all work out fine. The fortunately, you only have to worry about it for a month. And when you look at what the Pirates have got the first month of the season, the schedule is, I don't know if I want to call it Pirates friendly, but it's not that horrible in the first month. They start off at New York and then at Cincinnati. Then they have Baltimore at home, San Diego at home, at the Cubs, home for Washington and Tampa Bay. Rangers come in, then Milwaukee. Or no, I'm sorry, they're at Texas, at Milwaukee. I was going to say, I thought they were playing in Texas this year. And then home for St. Louis to finish the month. Connor Griffin or not, they should finish the month over 500.
Should. I just hope this comes back and bites him in the ass.
I promise, if I could go back and get the shows from 2 years ago, when Skeens was doing this exact same thing, you said the exact same thing.
Right.
It's going to bite him in the butt.
Skeens should have been here opening day.
Why?
What do you mean, why? We know we're not going to be able to re-sign him, Rich. Why not get out the full extent out of him?
They are. That's why they're keeping him that extra month so they get another year of control.
That needs fixed.
I don't know. But what I can tell you is this.
That's cheating the system. That needs fixed.
Well, every team in the league is doing it. It's not like the Pirates are the one and only team that are doing it. Every team in the league's doing it.
Okay, well, I still think it needs fixed.
There's a whole lot of other things that need fixed in Major League Baseball before that. But the other thing you got to look at too, okay? If this team starts winning, you're going to have a lot better shot of getting Skeens to sign. That's why another thing we talked about last week. If I remember correctly, I said 10 years, 400. Would you sign him? Would you sign it?
Now all of a sudden, like we're mentioning a guy for 10 years at 400 million, but it's not okay for the Dodgers to do that with Shohei.
Okay, first off, it's 40 million a year, not 70.
Doesn't matter. It's still a
And
long-term
you're
contract.
you don't and the Pirates wouldn't be able to push all the money back.
But these long-term contracts are killing the CBA and not being able to make us have a
It's
salary cap.
it's not the long-term contracts. It's the deferred payments of those long-term contracts. Because the money doesn't apply to the luxury tax until those years.
Well, what if
So
Skeens mentions it and they do it?
then they do it. But here's the
Are
thing
you
I'm
going to
talking about.
criticize them?
The Pirates are nowhere near the luxury tax. They're not even in sniffing distance of the luxury tax. If you put Shohei's 70 million for this year, or the other 68 that he is being deferred, because he's getting paid 2 million this year. You put the other 68 on there with the contracts that Freeman's got and Betts has got and Smith has got and Hernandez and all these other guys, they're going to be about 185 million over the tax threshold, the
We had
luxury
this
tax.
conversation. This is a team that wants to win, and all their owners are completely balls out rich. And they don't care if they make money. They want trophies. They want shit to show for it.
If they were that, yeah, but if they were that concerned about the money, if they weren't that concerned about the money aspect, then they'd pay him the 70 mil a year and not worry about deferring it until everybody else's payments are gone and take the hit. They want to make money and win. They're not doing a good job of it, but they want to make money
I
and
would
win.
call that. Wouldn't you call that winning if it's allowed?
No, I'm talking about winning on the field.
Right, but wouldn't you call that winning all around because you're pushing back money to owe him later?
I mean, I guess, but like you're saying, it's circumventing the system.
Right, so get rid of the sending down for a month so he still has a full year eligibility, which is crazy talk. And get rid of the deferred payments.
I mean, I wouldn't be against either one of those, but the way it's kind of like it's like I tell everybody around here. It's been holy crap, it's been what 15 years since it happened. Dez still hasn't caught that ball according to the rules of NFL when Dez Bryant dropped that ball against the Packers. He did not catch that pass. He still has not caught that pass according to the rules then.
The playoff game.
If it comes down to the collective bargaining agreement this coming year and they get rid of the deferred payments, I would still not have an issue with a $40 million Paul Skeens on the payroll.
I think someone's going to top it, though.
Well, but that's why I say you offer it to him now. I think you offer it to him to start 2027.
I don't know if he'd sign it.
I don't know. I think that with them showing
I don't know if
that
Livy
they're
really. I
willing
mean,
to make
Livy
moves.
says all the right shit in the spotlight and everything, but her career is gonna be booming.
Okay.
I don't, and he may want to be by her wherever she goes.
She's gonna be all over the world. She's not gonna just be in one place. She's gonna travel as much as he does, maybe more.
Maybe.
because she'll be going, if she does the modeling thing, she'll be going to Paris and London and Rome and, all these other places, Madrid and all. Yeah. I mean, she'll be traveling all over the world. Skeens will just be all over the country, except for a tournament like World Baseball Classic. But
right.
I really firmly believe that if the Pirates are able to put together a roster for the next couple of years, then we'll be fine. Because, and I think we'd be able to get Skeens signed. It may be after the collective bargaining agreement changes. But either way, if we could lock him up 10 years, there you go.
I want Skeens to stay, don't get me wrong, but just like everyone else, how long?
Well, from what I gather, they're already talking negotiations with Connor Griffin to do something similar to what the Braves did with Austin Riley.
I still want him up here for opening day.
I will be 100% blown away if you see him opening day. Be a dumb move.
I just don't understand why we went after this Tyler Callahan guy. I don't know. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I don't.
He broke his arm last year. He's coming back after a broken arm. Played 86 games. I don't know what he batted. I didn't really see that. I just saw he has 86 MLB appearances.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not grasping why the Pirates would let that arm go, because that should be your 8th inning guy, 7th or 8th inning guy, and you're letting him go for an infielder.
That's what makes That's what
makes no sense. I'm with you. I'm with you 100%.
Oh, the Steelers cut Juju today.
Yeah, not overly surprised on that.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
And I also read they might be wanting to bring Minka back.
I
don't know if you saw that one earlier today or not.
I had heard that was a possibility, but do they really want to bring him? Do they really need to bring him back?
Yes.
I mean, you're definitely getting older in the secondary. There's no question about that.
It's the most expensive old defense.
I mean, there are some really good young pieces on this team, on that defensive side. Don't get me wrong. When we talk about Porter and Sawyer and Holcomb, who hopefully they get him to resign, and Highsmith and guys like that, they've got some really good young pieces. And they've got enough older guys to make a difference. But if I'm going to add something, I don't want to add something that's Minka's 30. What is he, 31, 32? Something like that?
I thought he was 29.
Let's see.
I don't know. I got this cold firing up on me.
Yeah, 29. He'll be 30. For some weird reason, they don't have 17th on this. So
11-17.
Yeah, so he'll turn 30 during the season. I think again it's going to be, what does he? What do you got to give up for him? Because he didn't really do much last year, and
that team he played for didn't do much either.
Well, I understand that, but I don't know. I mean, hell, if I was going to bring in a guy from that defense, I'd want to bring in Xavier Howard.
I'm not gonna let Howard go.
Yeah. It'd be cool to see another Baylor playing for the Steelers. Bless you.
Oh no, that's a cough.
Oh, sorry.
This weather's been up and down, and it finally hit me.
Mm. We've had some real bad mountain cedar running around here, and it is driving my wife completely
I was gonna
bananas.
say that don't affect you, right?
Which is weird. It affected my dad. It affected my dad real bad.
Really?
And it affects my wife and a couple of my girls, but it doesn't do anything to me. Thank God, because I know how miserable they are and were. Um, Better them than me. I
Yeah,
just, I,
I've been on the cold relief all day. I have no idea. Just trying to fight this thing.
uh, uh,
I mean, I didn't
I
even.
was looking at,
Good.
yeah, I was looking at what the spring's supposed to be like throughout the country and all that, and they're saying that it's supposed to be a really bad allergy spring all over the country.
I don't have any allergies, luckily.
Mm.
Like pollen and all that stuff. I don't have any. I am
Yeah.
like, I mean, everyone can get poison ivy. But I mean, every once in a while, you run into those couple people that can just like bathe in this shit and not get anything.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right.
Crazy, crazy.
So let me ask you about something because I saw this on NFL.com and they did this with all the teams,
Okay.
but they looked at the three biggest needs for each team in terms of position. Care to make a guess as to what they said for the Steelers?
Wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver.
Well, yes, wide receiver was number one. Defensive or cornerback was two, and
Yeah,
quarterback was three.
I figured they would have put cornerback. They could bring in a quarterback and move Ramsey over to safety, I guess.
Yeah.
Pull a Rod Woodson.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you what though,
What was
there's
the
going to be
last one?
some
Hold on. What was the last one?
quarterback.
Quarterback.
Uh huh.
I think it's funny,
And
like
they're saying,
because a quarterback doesn't start his rookie season, all of a sudden we need to draft another one.
well, they're saying in free agency what we
So,
need to bring in, which realistically, Aaron Rodgers is a free agent. So,
so that's why that comment comes up.
right. And I can agree with that. I would much rather, I said this last night, I think I've said it here. I would much rather see Kirk Cousins come in as the backup for Will Howard and Aaron Rodgers being here again next year.
I saw Kirk Cousins might be going back to Minnesota.
I heard that too, but from everything I'm hearing, the big thing for Minnesota has been going after Kyler Murray.
Which we talked about that like on the phone. We didn't talk about that on the air. We talked about that on the phone.
Yeah, but we were talking about it last night too. Rav said that he found some sources are really that really are focused on trying to get Murray to Minnesota. I mean, and the worst part of it is if Kyler Murray is 4 inches taller,
Right, we talked about this.
he's Lamar Jackson. I mean, it's just a simple fact he's 5'8", 5'8", 5'9", whatever.
Yeah, I think you said he
If
was
he's
5'9".
if he's 6 foot, 6'1", I don't think he has near the issues that he's had. But I mean, I've watched the kid since high school. I say kid. I've watched the guy since high school.
Right.
He played in Allen in the Metroplex. Saw him play a few times in high school. Saw him play in college. with him being in the Big 12. And his game hasn't changed any. And I don't
What
think
do we
he's
say it
gotten
was?
any
30?
better.
We say it was what, 31, going on 31? Is that what we said?
Who, Kyler?
No, Kyler, yeah.
Uh, I think you're right. No, he's 28. He'll be
Well,
29 before he turns 29 first part of
in
August.
mobile quarterback world, he's probably 34.
Well, but I mean, at 29, he should be hitting his prime. And I don't think he's really, could he be another Sam Darnold that, it's a reclamation project if he goes to a better team? I mean, it's possible, I guess.
I mean, he had a chance to develop some really young talent, and he didn't do it.
Yeah. I mean, would I mind him being in Pittsburgh? Last year, I said bring him on. This year, no, because if he comes up to Pittsburgh, he's going to want to start,
He's injury prone
and
too.
that job should be Will Howard's, no question asked.
I saw it. I didn't catch it today, but I know they said something about Will Howard on the McAfee show today with Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, I didn't catch it either.
I started watching it and then I got out of the car.
Um,
I didn't have my headphones on.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch McAfee much here lately.
Well, yeah, you're so busy with work.
Well,
I need to order a
there's that
camera.
little
I need to
thing.
order a camera holder, folks. In case you didn't know, mine broke. That's why it keeps rotating. Keeps moving on its own. Got a mind of its own.
You are having the worst luck with computer stuff, man.
No shit. Well, yeah.
You are having. I mean, you've been snake bit for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, what was that? A couple weeks ago, my computer wouldn't turn on. Power went out somewhere.
It was last week.
Was that last week? I don't, Rich. See,
Yeah.
I've been so thrown off. It was a good concert last night, though. It was really cool. The first time I was ever at a concert where they set up a fire pit on the stage and sat around and did an acoustic set.
That's kind of cool.
That was pretty neat.
By the way, I found what Rogers had to say.
Oh, what'd he say?
Quote, he was my right-hand man with all the signals this year. He was phenomenal at it. He sat next to me in every meeting. I'm proud of his progression. Like I said, he was playing great in training camp before he had that fluke hand injury. As he continues to refine his body and get more reps, I think he's going to realize his potential. He's great at processing and he's great at studying defenses. So I'm excited for him to work with Mike McCarthy. I loved working with him and he's got a bright future.
That's pretty promising right there.
Yeah, I mean, hell, that's a lot nicer stuff than what he said about Jordan Love.
Well, that was the guy that took his real job.
Maybe so, but he also sat behind Rodgers for what, 2 years?
Something like that.
But I mean, he had very little, if anything, good to say about.
Well, Brett Favre didn't have anything
Love.
good to say about Aaron Rodgers either, so it was kind of passed down like that.
Yeah, but I mean, it is good to see. And Rodgers isn't the only quote Hall of Fame quarterback that has had a lot of good things to say about Howard. And I don't just count Ben in that too. I know they talked to Drew Brees a little bit about him on one of the shows, and Drew Brees had great things to say about Howard.
I think
He brought up one of the biggest things that I liked when they drafted him. He wins. He knows how to win. He's played on the national championship stage and won. And I think that's what's going to help Mendoza this year. when he goes to the Raiders. The biggest problem he's going to have there is he has shit around him.
I was just
He's
thinking
got
Jamarcus. I
Bowers.
was thinking Jamarcus Russell all over again.
Oh no! I can't. I don't see Mendoza doing that.
I don't. I just I just the Raiders and first round quarterbacks, but nothing to play, nothing to throw to again, except for
Yeah, but I
Brock
think
Bowers.
Mendoza is more dedicated to his craft than Jamarcus Russell. I think Jamarcus Russell's in it for the big initial paycheck and then said, screw it. It wouldn't have mattered what team he was playing for.
Smart man.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he's got Ashton Genty. He's got Brock Bowers. Depending what they do outside of Mendoza in the draft, because they do have the first pick of round 2. Um, they could get themselves one of those high quality receivers with the first pick in round 2. They could get themselves a pretty decent offense. Now, granted, their defense ain't going to stop a cold,
might we see
but
6 wide receivers in the first round this year?
possible.
I think it's gonna be close.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we look at, let's see, let me go through these in my head. You got Boston. You got hold on, I'm going through this. You got
You can cheat.
Lemon,
I'm not gonna blame you.
Lemon out of USC. You got Tate from Ohio State. You have the kid Concepcion from A&M. Jordan Tyson from Arizona State.
It's 5.
Boston from Washington. There you go.
You said
Denzel
Boston
Boston
twice.
from Washington,
You
and
said Boston
then
twice.
I said Concepcion, right?
Yeah.
And
You
then
got 5, and that was
Williams
including
from
Boston.
Clemson.
Yeah. I mean, you could even
There
possibly
could be,
throw in the LSU guy too.
yeah, I forgot about him. But I think there could be 6. I think this is a big wide receiver draft. I think it's a big O-line draft. I think you're going to see a lot of edge rushers going, edge rushers and linebackers. I don't, outside of Mendoza, I don't think there's another quarterback that should go in the first 2 rounds.
I don't think anyone made that big of a step either.
I mean, Chambliss is probably your second best quarterback, and he's definitely not a day 1 quarterback. Either Chambliss or Simpson
Is that the
is going to
Missouri
go
guy?
is going to be the second quarterback.
Is that the Missouri guy? Is that the Missouri guy?
No, Simpson's the Alabama quarterback.
Oh,
But
he
one of those 2 guys
he might go
will be
late
the
second.
Maybe, but I think that's going too high. I
Really?
really do. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think there is another quarterback that's worthy of a first 2 rounds pick this year. I really don't. This is a bad year for, as good as last year was. This year is a bad year for quarterbacks. And I mean, when you look at the top 10 picks, Raiders need quarterback. Jets need quarterback. Cardinals need quarterback. Titans, no. Giants, no. Cleveland need a quarterback. Washington, no. Saints, to hear them talk, no. Chiefs, no, obviously, and then Cincinnati, no. So you got 5 teams in the top 10 picks that need quarterback, and there's only one that's out there that's worth it. But one of those teams, mark this down, March 4th, 2026. Mark it down. One of those yahoos is going to really get wild and crazy on one of these other quarterbacks, and they're going to take a Simpson or a Chambliss super high in the first round. Or they'll trade down and take them later in the first round. because there's going to be somebody like maybe Dallas who has 2 1s that's going to package the deals and move up. Dallas has a really, really, really heavy eye set on a couple of defensive guys. One is Sonny Styles out of Ohio State, and the other one is Ruben Bain out of Miami. That's all I hear these guys down here talking about is those two guys. Them guys ain't making it out of the top 10. They may not make it out of the top 5. So if the Cowboys are going to get to that, they're going to have to do something. It's going to involve packaging those first round picks.
What, the Cowboys pick 14th?
12th and 20th. Yeah, 12th and 20th. So, I mean, would you do 12 and 20 for, let's say, if you were, let me get the order up here again. If they went to, oh shoot, let's say they go to Cleveland. Say we'll give you 12 and 20 for number 6. Maybe. Would the Cardinals wouldn't trade the 3 for that? I'll tell you what though, John Harbaugh might trade that 5th pick, but he wouldn't trade it with Dallas. Because they've got a quarterback. And if they make the free agent signing that I'm hearing they're trying to make, then they're looking at line, and more line. Because they're supposed to be putting the full court press on Kenneth Walker. So they could draft a second receiver in the first round, go offensive line and linebacker the rest of the draft, and call it good. And we were talking about it last night. That division's wide open, man. Philly is not going to be tearing everybody apart. Dallas and Washington are going to be eh. Could the Giants win that division?
It all depends on Scat and Boo.
I mean, if those guys are healthy, because you got to remember they didn't have Malik Neighbors for most of the year last year either.
Right.
So, if Dart gets a full year with those two guys, plus if they could bring in Walker, and then whoever they draft, that Giants team could be that team could be for real.
Could be.
And in the NFC, it's really not a juggernaut. Seattle wasn't a juggernaut. And especially if they lose Walker, they're really not a juggernaut.
No, definitely not.
I think the Giants could be the team that got a new coach that could pull a Patriots. Bring in a new coach, have had a crap year the year before, turn it around. I'm not saying go to the Super Bowl, but make a deep run. The Giants could be that team.
It could be. They could be, Rich. They could be.
It'll be fun to see.
Absolutely.
You're going to the draft, right? Are you going to go for the whole weekend or just Thursday?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to be downtown. There's supposed to be over 1 million people on the point. I don't know about that. I don't know about all that.
Plank might fall in the river if you do that.
Yeah.
That's
I
going
don't
to be
know.
freaking crazy, though.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to go be involved in that, Rich. I'm not a young guy anymore.
Oh, don't give me that crap.
No, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. If I would have done this
Yeah.
right and got all the credentials and shit, yeah, that'd been awesome. But I never really know how
Yeah.
to do all that shit.
Yeah. I mean, if I was in a little bit better situation and I'd have been able to get credentials, I'd be there.
Right, and then that way, you could look into booking a hotel room now, closer to staying down there.
Oh, I'd have had the room booked a long ass time ago.
Right, if I knew I was going to be there, right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because it's not like whenever I did the Super Bowl in Dallas and I could drive from Waco to Dallas every day, because it's only an hour and a half each way. It's considerably further from Waco, Texas to Pittsburgh.
right,
About
I,
24 hours, if I remember right.
you didn't
23,
even
24-hour drive.
you didn't even stay down in Dallas for that week.
Mhm.
Why?
Well, two parts of it. They weren't going to pay for our rooms. We had to pay for them ourselves.
And then you wrote
And the
that off at the
rooms,
end of the year, but under
I
work.
could have, but the rooms were like $300 a night to start. And I didn't have an extra $1,500 laying around to pay for 5 nights of hotel, plus all the other stuff, meals and all that good jazz. We would have been talking 2 grand, $2,500 for a week.
And that's not even going to the game.
No, and to be honest, wouldn't real. I probably wouldn't have gone if it wasn't the Steelers.
I was gonna say we were not like we that was the ice Super Bowl.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. If it wasn't them, wasn't even worried about it. I could have gotten a better. I would have had a better view watching at home.
Right. And then Mendenhall dropping the ball, not fumbling.
Yeah, yeah. That was just a weird game. I mean, the last two they've been in have been weird. Or two, I'm sorry, 40 and then yeah. The Seattle game was really weird, really choppy, really just weird. And the Packer game was really weird. The Arizona game I thought was a really just
Back and forth.
fantastic football game.
That was
But
back.
those other two, they were just weird games, you know. Um, so there you go. But yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that I'm very curious to see what the Steelers do with their first pick. I've seen almost every mock draft I see has them taking a receiver. It's just a matter of which one.
Right. I've seen three.
Um,
I've seen three different ones.
yeah, I've seen some with them taking Lemon. I've seen some with them taking Concepcion. I've seen some with them taking oh shoot, the kid from yeah, I'll think of his name in a second. Dadgummit. The kid from Washington.
Boston.
Daryl Boston. Not Daryl Boston.
And Denzel Boston.
Something Boston.
I thought you said.
Denzel Boston.
I thought you
That's
said.
it. And I agree with their comp, which is what makes me feel really good about trying to bring him in. They comp him to Cortland Sutton from Denver. Um,
Well, yeah, especially with Calvin Austin getting ready to test the market. He said he's going to
yeah.
test the market.
Well, Calvin Austin wants to have a bigger role with the team. Only problem is he doesn't play like he wants to be a number two. He definitely ain't a number one, but he doesn't play like he's a number two. You know,
Right.
that's the problem with all those guys, Roman Wilson and Skoranek and Valdez Scandling and all those guys. Nobody wanted to step up and be that number two. They were all given opportunities.
Rogers tried to make MVS number two so many times.
Number 2 receiver on that team was wearing 14. Gainwell.
Yeah. Yes, he was.
And that's not a good situation. Not a good situation when your tailback is your number 2 receiver.
Right. Rich,
Unless his name's Christian McCaffrey.
I'm perfectly fine with that name.
Huh?
I'm perfectly fine with that move. For fantasy,
Yeah.
for fantasy purposes, anyway.
Yeah.
But
It's going to be, I think it's going to be interesting. I'm really excited about both seasons. And the Penguins are going to do something that, unless they just fall flat on their faces, I didn't see coming. They're going to make the playoffs. I mean, they're 6 points.
If the Sabres beat us tomorrow, they are in first place.
Well, but the Penguins
No, if the
are
Sabres
6 games up.
if the Sabres beat
On,
us tomorrow, they're in first place in their division. That's
I
crazy.
understand.
Who the hell saw that?
No,
I don't even think Jamie
but
and Joe saw that.
I don't think so. I mean, but the big thing we got to look at too is just, they're going to get there. When we walked into this season, you and I both said they're going to rebuild. They're not going to be very good, that kind of thing, and
Well,
they proved us wrong.
they're doing the rebuild.
Yeah,
It's just live in action.
yeah, they're performing very well right now.
Shimkov.
So we'll
I
see.
like Manta. I've been a Manta fan since they brought him over from Toronto.
Yeah,
Cal Dubas liked him too, and I was probably the only one on this page that said this is a great move. I like this guy. He's stepping up.
yeah, and I mean we get Crosby back, from this injury in a couple of weeks. He'll be really
He was
fresh for
skating
the
today,
playoffs.
Rich. He was skating today, not during
Yeah,
practice, but
I would imagine it's probably at minimum going to be this time next week before we see him again on the ice. He may be skating and working out and that kind of stuff. I'll be surprised if he's back before beginning middle of next week.
they don't really have a time frame. They're saying end of season.
They're not going to push it because they know they're going to make the playoffs. I mean, they're not going to push him and then have him re-aggravate it and not have him for the playoffs. Because once you get in, you never know.
Right.
You never know what's going to happen. So, hell, we could be talking about Eastern Conference Finals in a few weeks. Going, where did this come from?
Right.
You know.
Especially if it's all downtown during draft.
Yeah.
This place will be a mess. And if there's a home pirate game. I didn't even look that far to know if there's a home pirate game during all this.
Oh, during the NFL draft? No.
Yeah. No.
No, there's not. Because I was looking at that. Because the draft is April 23 through 25. And the Pirates are actually in Texas and Milwaukee during that time frame.
Are we getting Jared on?
Do what?
Are you talking to Jared?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm working on making that. We're probably going to have to pre-record that one the Monday before the series because Monday's an off day for them.
No, we can go live right then and there. No.
Either way.
I'm not
Yeah,
paying.
Monday's an off day for both teams. So Monday's let's see. If I remember right, they've got I think they may be playing late Sunday. Yeah, they've got a 3:10 Central first pitch Sunday in Seattle. So they'll be flying cross country Sunday night, get into Pittsburgh early Monday.
Rich, they'll be flying down in the DFW.
Yeah, I'm sorry. They'll be coming from Seattle to Arlington, so they'll still fly.
Wait, they don't land in DFW?
Yeah, they'll go. Yeah, they'll go to Dallas.
I was gonna
Um,
say, does Arlington I don't think Arlington has their
no,
or
well, here's the crazy part about it. Okay, for we'll play a little geography here.
it's
Here's
only a
our
25-minute drive from Dallas to Arlington.
say again.
It's only about 25 minutes from Arlington to Dallas.
Yeah, from downtown Dallas to downtown Arlington is about 25-30 minutes, depending on traffic.
And it's
Here's
cool. You
Dallas
can
Fort Worth.
ride by the Pepsi racetrack.
Pepsi racetrack.
That's what it was when I was there, I believe.
Well, what you're looking at here's Dallas Fort Worth. Okay, Arlington sets right in the middle. Now,
Okay.
here's the funny part to the whole thing. 360 runs right up through Arlington. You come out of Arlington and you drive right into DFW Airport.
Right.
It is literally just past the Arlington City line
Hey, Joe.
into DFW Airport. So to go from the airport to where they will stay in Arlington will be 20 minutes at most, straight down 360. So, at least they've got that they don't have to travel a lot to get to the hotel and all that kind of stuff. Um, so they have that. So they'll probably have Sunday night. Um, if they leave, they'll if they game ends about 6:30, 7 o'clock our time. Get on the plane, get here. They'll probably get here about midnight ish.
Is
Because
it a 5?
Seattle to Dallas is about 2.5 hour flight.
I was gonna say, I didn't think of midnight. They should be back by 9 o'clock, 8:30.
No, if they finish the game at 7, for argument's sake, let's say they finish the game at 6:30, 7 o'clock. By the time they get to the air, get dressed, and all that good stuff, that's an hour. Then get to the airport in Seattle. That's probably another hour. I mean, that puts you right there. You're at 8, 10, 9, 10 Central Time, and about a 2.5 hour flight. No, you're somewhere between 11 and midnight.
Okay.
And then, they get everything unloaded and all that kind of stuff, get to the hotel. They'll probably get to the hotel somewhere around 1, between 12 and 1.
Rich, they're probably going to their house.
Do what?
They're probably going to go to their house.
Some of them live there.
Some of them, you don't think they all own homes in Arlington
I
or
know they don't.
Dallas?
I know they don't.
So what? They just stay in hotels?
They either have an apartment or a condo that they rent. Yeah. I mean, there's probably only about half the team that actually lives in Dallas Fort Worth. So,
Okay.
and then the Pirates are coming in from they're at home before that on Sunday. They're playing Tampa. So and they've got 12:35 first pitch. So they'll get to that. They'll get to Arlington before the Rangers do, probably.
I would hope.
Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, man, should be fun.
absolutely. I'm trying to get a guest. I'm trying. I'm not getting any action on the fishing pole. You know what I mean?
I'm working on trying to get us a current pirate.
Okay.
So I'm having to call in a couple of favors on it, but current one from around the area. And I'll leave it at that.
Well, hopefully it works.
You know who I'm talking about.
I think so.
So, but yeah, we're working on that. And of course, we'll have some World Baseball Classic to talk about next week. We'll be getting the first set of, a lot of guys are going to start getting sent down next week. That kind of stuff too. Not as many once the classic ends, but we're going to see some different stuff, in terms of guys getting sent down and that kind of deal. Because
Right.
we're only 3 weeks from tomorrow, or 3 weeks from Friday is opening day.
Yeah. We opened
And
April
3 weeks from
3rd.
Saturday, and 3 weeks from Saturday is an even more important day. It's my 11th wedding anniversary.
That's way more important than any baseball game.
There you go. Yeah, but we've gone to. I told you we went to baseball game on our honeymoon.
Hey, if it fits in the schedule, you got to go.
I kid you not. We went to New Orleans for our honeymoon, and Mary found this thing. We were trying to figure out what we were going to do. That it was the second night we were there, and she said, "Check this out." I said, "What?" She said, "You want to go see a ball game?" I said, "Excuse me." And she said, "Yeah, LSU's playing U of L right up the road from where we were. It was like 20 minutes up the road." So we're like,
Man,
okay. Apparently they do this every year where they have a charity game between the two, and all of the benefits from the game go to a charity there in the New Orleans area. We're like, okay. And there was a guy that played in Waco on the LSU team at that point in time named Kramer Robertson. That was also when Alex Bregman was at LSU. So we got a chance to see him. But yeah, we went to a baseball game on our honeymoon. We've gone to baseball games for our anniversary. In fact, we took us off one year. Our anniversary, the Rangers played the Cubs in Arlington, and Yu Darvish was pitching for the Cubs, who is one of my wife's favorite players of all time. And he was pitching opening day. I got us seats like 12 rows off the field behind home plate for $90 a piece. I think it was 36 degrees first pitch. We're freezing like crazy. We went to Shreveport for the evening before, went to the casinos and that. Drove into Arlington, and fortunately with those tickets, they have this thing called the Jack Daniels 07 Club that was indoors and heated. And that was where we watched most of the game because it was just too goddamn cold. And the wind was blowing in from center field.
oh, it felt great, didn't it?
And neither one of us brought like super heavy clothes with us. We knew it was going to be cool. We didn't think it was going to be Pittsburgh.
Right?
So,
Cool.
but yeah, we've done baseball on our anniversaries before.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, and I tell her this all the time too. It was perfect. I have, it was one of those things that it happened perfectly. She gets me. All the stuff I do with radio and all the sports stuff I do and all that kind of stuff, she gets it. Some of it she doesn't really like. She's not a wrestling person. She's gone. She took our grandson to the NASCAR race.
She'll stomach it.
Her and my daughter and son-in-law and Jackson all went to a NASCAR race a couple of years ago, and that kind of stuff.
Michael
I
Jordan
could not have done
going for that 4-peat, huh?
Huh?
Michael Jordan going for that 4-peat.
Yeah, that's probably not happening this week.
That's crazy.
I'll tell you what, man. Tyler Reddick is a really good driver. Forget the fact of people giving all these conspiracy theories and all that kind of craziness. Tyler Reddick has won races. Tyler Reddick is a good race car driver.
I like Tyler.
He's had a couple of situations in these first 3 races where he has just been in the right place at the right time. Because, especially like at Daytona, the way that wreck was at the end, he could have just as easily been in it as gotten through it.
Right.
And he made it through it. Same thing in Atlanta. you know. But Tyler Reddick is a really good driver. Let's not throw shade on the 45 car. To win those three in a row, it's impressive. But the kid can drive.
Right?
Can he win a championship? We'll see. But the kid can drive. So, man, we're right at an hour.
I see that. Yeah, yeah. I'm. This cold's starting to kick my ass.
Oh, well, go get you some juice and
That's what I've been trying to drink during the show, Rich. And then I see you drinking water, and
I,
I'm like, no flavor. I can't even. Ugh, I can't even do water when I'm sick. I
if you
can't.
go out,
I'm one of
if
the
you go
people.
out, oh, good.
I'm one of the people. I need sugar, and like, I'm horrible.
If you go out, okay, go to Starbucks,
Starbucks.
order a medicine ball.
Fuck is that?
It's hot tea steeped in lemonade and mint and honey.
The only thing I don't have is mint.
Promise. Hmm?
I don't have mint at my house. I have everything else though.
Yeah, but I promise you, the way they make it, the way they steam it, and all that kind of stuff works for me every time, every single time. That and a shot of Fireball. So there you go. There's your RX tips from your old buddy Rich.
Not complaining, but but yeah, Rich, felt good to finally get back on the air for an hour. I didn't think we were going to go an hour. I thought 45 minutes because I was like, oh shit, we're late. And 10 o'clock's like usually where we call it. Um,
Yeah. Well, I figured since we started a little late, we could swing
um,
it for a couple extra minutes.
but yeah,
But
just I got the heat. Like I'm in that freezing point, like, and it's like 55 degrees outside, but I got the heater cranked up in my room, getting nice and hot. Gonna feel like a damn sauna in there.
yeah, sounds like you need to go to bed, take some medicine, and call it a day.
Nah, I'm getting there. So you can get me at Sports Talk on Twitter, guys. Slowly getting back into everything. Um,
It's very slow. I'm
yeah,
kidding.
no shit. Very slow. Like I want to get my baseball show rolling too, but we'll get into that another day because since I got interrupted, I really haven't felt I need to do a baseball show now. Anyway, you can get me at Sports Talk on Twitter, guys. Give me a Driving to the Top Productions on YouTube. Add McNally on Facebook, and kick it over to Rich.
You can get me on Twitter, Big Rich 8371, or on Facebook, just my name, Rich Richardson. And Tuesday nights here on Driving to the Top, we do the open mic with all of our guys. And I swear to God, Two Tire Change is coming back. I just got to get it done. Once I get myself to a consistent stopping point on Mondays, I can go ahead and do that. But yeah, we're going to talk NASCAR. I'm still trying to get this wrestling thing going too. So there's just not, I need about 3 extra hours in the day and we'd be all right. But
That's it.
yeah, man, we'll do it again next Wednesday, right?
Oh, you better believe it.
All right, man.
You better believe it.
Well, for him, I'm me. And we'll see you next week.